One of my favorite sci-fi franchises was Stargate. I saw the original movie. I thought it was really good. Stargate SG-1. Absolutely loved that show. It was fun. It was entertaining. It had sci-fi. It had drama. The way they worked in the whole Goa'uld and then the ancient Egyptian gods and all this stuff. Great. When Jack O'Neill left, it kind of started to go downhill, and then at the end, I was just glad it was over. But apart from that, loved it. Stargate Atlantis also, loved that also. That was really fun, interesting. Again, towards the end, kind of was first hoping it would be over and done with. Not really a big fan of Stargate universe. Honestly, I thought that one just didn't work for me. But Stargate SG-1, loved that show. Absolutely loved it. Stargate Atlantis, great. But there hasn't been a Stargate series in years. Truly in years. And now we're getting information that a reboot or a continuation of the Stargate series is going to be happening over at Amazon. And I'm worried. Let's get into this article here from Cosmic Book News. Stargate reboot closer than ever after Amazon exec ousted. Yep. And just in case people want to talk and say about, strong female characters, all that thing, you didn't have them. You had Samantha Carter. Absolutely fantastic. I forgot her name, but she was the one who was in charge at Stargate Atlantis. Absolutely great, fantastic female characters who were actually acting like women. You understand me? So that argument people love to give is crap. But let's continue on. It sounds like a Stargate reboot or more of a revival, a continuation of the original is now closer than ever to happening at Amazon. Reportedly due to the exit of Jennifer Salk, who blocked its development and kept it from moving forward. Now, I don't say it's Salk or Salk, what the hell you want to call it to. This was the same woman who made changes there to push an agenda hard. At one point in time, they had an idea for a Conan series going to be set in the Sumerian age. It was going to be even more brutal and bloody than Game of Thrones and all of that. And she axed it because why? It had too much toxic masculinity. She pushed a lot of ridiculous crap that just continue to destroy. And like I say, there's only so long this woke nonsense could go for before these companies start to lose money by the billions. And you see what's happening. You look at what went on with James Bond and all of that. This is the kind of crap that she was out there pushing. This is it. So she exited the company, because they opened the door, kicked her out, but still. So now apparently Stargate is back on because she was the one who blocked its development, probably because she wanted to make it as much of the message as possible. Jennifer recently stepped down as head of Amazon Studios, though trade reports claim she was actually fired due to her handling of the James Bond franchise. Yeah, she stepped down with a box in hand while crying and running out the door. Okay. Her involvement in the Rings of Power. Oh God. Did anybody actually watch the second season of that? Because I really don't know. Along with the major failure of Citadel, is also said to have contributed to her dismissal. When you go woke, you go broke, you get the boot. That's what happens. Now it's claimed her handling of Stargate might have also added to the reason. Oh look, Daniel Craig as James Bond, something else she ruined. Before we dive in, it's worth pointing out that Amazon purchased MGM back in 2021, primarily for the rights to James Bond, which they only recently fully acquired. A move that reportedly led to Jennifer's exit. But MGM's library includes a lot of other popular IPs which Amazon highlighted in their official press release. And yep, Stargate was one of them. So how many of these have actually materialized? James Bond, RoboCop, Tomb Raider, Stargate, nada. All under Jennifer's watch. Note: a recent report claims the Phoebe Waller-Bridge Tomb Raider series has been cancelled, likely no coincidence following that. But I've also heard that, the Tomb Raider series isn't cancelled, that it's most likely going to be starting back up production again soon. So it's a wait and see in regards to that. But what they mentioned here, James Bond franchise, there hasn't been a James Bond movie in quite a while. Now, I like Daniel Craig, good actor, but I didn't like him as James Bond. And I find the last few James Bond movies were just really ridiculous. It took away what made James Bond interesting: the cool gadgets, the over the top villain with some crazy, outlandish plan, and the cool action scenes and all of that gone. And that was the problem. They have Robocop. Apart from the Robocop movie that they did some years ago where they put him in all black, there hasn't been anything really about Robocop for the longest while. And maybe we should let that one go, but I don't know. I talk about the Tomb Raider series, how we heard it was done, but now we hear it coming back. We shall wait and see in regards to that. And then Stargate. And like I say, this is why I'm worried when it comes to it. Because yes, you got rid of this woman, but that doesn't mean that the infection is gone. It's people who do these things, and not just, you cannot just dump all the blame on the person at the top. Yes, the person there has to take responsibility, but it's also the writers, the producers, the other people in there who are knee deep in pushing an agenda. And I do not trust anybody nowadays to make anything and say, okay, it's going to be fantastic. Yes, we get one or two outliers here and there. We do get them. We do get some series that come into to be absolutely fantastic. I am not denying that at all. We do get those sometimes. But the problem comes when we get the rest of this nonsense packed into it. That is what does cause these problems. And everybody wants to look for every opportunity to push an agenda because they cannot go out and make anything of their own. So they want to take whatever was good, ham-fisted in there, and watch everything burn. That don't work for me. Plain and simple, but all you have to put it does not work at all. Okay, Amazon bought the license to The Expanse and streamed the final 3 seasons starting in 2019. Or if you haven't checked out The Expanse, it is a really good series, I will say. It has a slow burn start, but give it the first 4 episodes and you will get into how interesting this show really is. Even I haven't gotten just to finish watch out the entire thing yet because of work and other stuff, but I must say what I did watch, I was very impressed with. So I'm telling you, if you haven't checked out The Expanse, you're looking for something to sit down and binge watch, check out The Expanse. Mark Fergus is the creator behind the series. He also wrote Marvel's first Iron Man. The Expanse ended in 2022, okay? Amazon bought MGM and with that, the rights to Stargate. Jennifer's boss, Mike Hopkins, the number 2 at Amazon, only behind Jeff Bezos, wanted new Stargate projects. It said he wanted to build a Stargate universe similar to the MCU. And right there we get the first nail in the coffin. Or should I be the second one? Not everything needs an entire universe like the MCU. The Stargate had that on its own. Stargate was a contained universe where you had alien creatures, Stargates, all that. That was it. That was all you needed. The minute they started to talk about a Stargate universe similar similar to the MCU, all of a sudden it started turning to 10 movies a year, 15 TV shows a year, a couple animated shows that make absolutely no sense. But, but you must watch everything to understand even one of those things. That is not what works. Stargate was a good, contained universe by itself. That's all you need it to be. You don't need not everything needs the MCU treatment. Well, guess who is a huge Stargate fan and wanted to develop a new series? Mark Fergus of The Expanse. Sounds like a match made in heaven, right? Mm. So what happened? According to YouTuber Tachyon Pulse, Jennifer blocked the development of Stargate and put it on the back burner. Why? Because she wanted to focus on feminist projects with feminist creators developing them. Yeah, this is what happens when you hire woke lunatics. They show you exactly why they're woke lunatics. And then you lose money because you hired woke lunatics. Good for you. This lines up with what's been reported about James Bond. Apparently, she allegedly wanted to modernize the franchise, make Bond a woman. Yeah, that would have worked out well and push DEI theme spin-offs. Moves said to have led to her exit, aka firing. She reportedly clashed with longtime Bond owner Barbara Broccoli, who even referred to Amazon as effing idiots. Quite right. Well, Jeff Bezos heard about the situation. He supposedly demanded a full boycott of Broccoli's stake, costing Amazon over $1 billion. Shortly after, it was announced that Jennifer had stepped down as head of Amazon Studios. It has been reported Bezos sent out a company-wide memo stating Bond will be British and male. Yet, because she wanted a female James Bond, an entire female-led franchise, because I tell you, these people just act like, women were just relegated to the kitchen before 2015. That was it. God. Phoebe Waller-Bridge was also reportedly taking a feminist approach to Tomb Raider, working alongside the writers of the Marvels, the MCU's lowest grossing movie to date. In interviews, they made a point of bringing up Lara Croft's boob size and similar topics. I mean, the fact that Lara Croft was hot, well endowed, and went out there and kicked ass, yeah, everybody hated that. Jennifer is said to have poured millions into the project, but Waller-Bridge allegedly delivered nothing. As a result, the Amazon deal has reportedly been downgraded with no results from her time at the studio. Great. The YouTuber puts it, so the truth is that because of Jennifer's agenda, because of her wanting to push female directors and creators to the forefront at MGM, it basically meant that Stargate was put on the back burner. And every opportunity she had, even though her boss was pushing for it, she took to push it back further. She actively blocked Stargate, and that has really annoyed fans and really put us off any future plans for the project. Like I say, when you hire woke lunatics, this is what you get. The original SG-1 team. With Jennifer now out at Amazon, hopes are high that his Stargate revival will finally move forward. Mark Fergus' schedule appears to be open, so it's expected that Mike Hopkins may push the project ahead. Fergus was reportedly developing a new Stargate series, not a movie. And with Jennifer gone, it now seems like that MGM's dormant properties will finally see the light of day. The press release from back in 2021 specifically mentioned MGM's 12 Angry Men, Basic Instinct, Creed, James Bond, Legally Blonde, Moonstruck, Poltergeist, Raging Bull, RoboCop, Rocky, Silence of the Lambs, Stargate, Thelma and Louise, Tomb Raider, The Magnificent Seven, The Pink Panther, The Thomas Crown Affair, and many other icons. I don't think all of those need to come back. I just don't really see any need for that. But in regards to Stargate, I've said this was it again, I'm a big Stargate fan. I loved SG-1. I loved Stargate Atlantis. But even if you got rid of this woman, I am still concerned because there is a behavior when it comes to these things to take what is good about them and ruin the living father hell out of it. And I don't want any agenda-driven crap pushing this. If you want to make a Stargate series, make a good Stargate series. If you cannot do that, don't do it. Don't damage or destroy something that is already out there. But if it can be good and can be fantastic, I would be more than happy and very thrilled to have Stargate come back. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.